At some point, you're going to have a bad day. And that bad day will not be nearly as bad if you have a plan that's ready for how you're going to deal with it. And it's one that involves more than just your technical people. It has to involve all the different aspects of your organization. Most organizations I've seen have gone through this. They want to they've recognized that cybersecurity is a problem, but they would like to really make it the IT shop's problem or the CISO's problem, or preferably the geek in the closet that they never actually have to talk to. But that's not going to work. You have to change your framing of the problem. And if you begin to frame the problem as one of risk management that your organization has to tackle over time and that you have to manage over time, then you'll start to actually gain traction with it. Your management team and other managers in the organization have to know what your priorities are. And I've seen this error over and over again. When we started working on establishing the high-value assets for the federal government civilian agencies, and we went in and we asked the IT people what they thought the high-value assets were for an organization. And then we went in and we asked the business line managers what the high-value assets were for the organization. And then when we asked the deputy secretary or secretary of the agency what the high-value assets were for the agency, I didn't just get 3 answers, I got like 5 different answers, right? And it was apparent that there was not a lot of communication happening about what the actual things were that mattered to the organization. And so that's a very important step to make sure that all of that gets communicated up and down your organization. A lot of people find it hard to hold folks accountable because you can't drive the risk to zero. So if you adopt a kind of zero failure mindset, what you're going to get is people covering up problems. And I've seen that in organizations too. And that's a recipe for disaster. But you can hold people accountable. So you can't hold them accountable for 0 incidents. But you can hold them accountable for implementing the framework that you've chosen, hitting the performance metrics that you've chosen. You can reward them actually for finding vulnerabilities and fixing them. You can focus on that as a problem. You can't beat all the intruders all of the time, but you can defeat some of them, frustrate most of them, and contain the rest.